Man, that game last night. We go to MSG. New York don't want to miss. Brunson comes out and has 19 in the first quarter. As a team, they hit 6 threes, 6 for 10 in the first quarter. That kind of sums up the game. What happens in the first quarter happens throughout the rest of the game. And much of the same in the second quarter. OG goes 2 for 3 from the 3-point line. And Jordan Clarkson goes 3 for 5. Just as I was saying they didn't have a bench the previous game, their bench turns up this game. They shoot 7 for 11 from the 3-point line in the second quarter. We get within 5 shortly after starting the third quarter. And it doesn't get close from there. Now, even though they shot super efficiently from the floor, apart from the fourth quarter, the real place we lost was at the free throw line. They take 22 free throws, make every single one. We only get 11 free throws, while making 9 of them. So we didn't shoot a bad percentage, 9 for 11. We just weren't getting any whistles. There were a lot of times where Jalen Brunson or Towns were just getting the whistle for a slight touch. There was one play, I think it was in the third quarter, very clearly should have been an offensive foul on Karl Anthony Towns. Might have been the second, actually. He does a spin move with his elbow up, hits Jalen Smith in the neck area, and they call it a blocking foul because of a little bit of contact, maybe half a second before, which I'm surprised they didn't go back and look at it. It was contact near the head area. I didn't know a foul from something happening seconds prior, not even a second prior, or potential head contact. There was one that OG got away with. Trey Jones and OG were going for a loose ball. OG sticks his hand out, stops Trey from diving in the direction he wanted to dive in, and then it leads to an open OG dunk. New York were shooting super well from the 3-point line. I think if the whistle was a bit more balanced, which it never should be balanced, but it was very obviously in New York's favor. If a couple of those 50-50 calls were actually made our way instead of New York's, I think we actually compete in this game, because they kind of fell apart in the fourth quarter. They were playing their end of bench guys. We started playing defense when we were down by 20, and then we lose. So that's it. Chicago are 5-1. I realized while editing the video, we were missing a big piece in this game. That was Ayo being out. He's been one of the most clutch for our team this season, one of the most efficient from the field. Missing someone like Ayo offensively is big for our bench. Then also on top of that, he's one of our best defenders for point guards. He would have been able to help a bit against Jalen Brunson, where we had in the first quarter, it was Trey Jones, it was Josh Giddey, it was Herter. There was a lot of switching there, and we didn't have somebody that we could just put on Brunson to make his life a bit harder. I think with Ayo as well, we wouldn't have been put in this situation where we were down by 20 in the third quarter. We could have even been up at halftime. It was weird watching this game. Herter got 3 fouls in the first couple minutes. What was it? Let's have a look at the box score. So if we go to the first quarter, is this where Herter had 3 fouls? Yeah, Herter had 3 fouls. 2 of them I would think would... 2 of them looked legit. 2 of them I would say were actually a foul. There was one on Brunson, which could have been a no call. And then he picks up another silly foul here. Let's see. Brunson doesn't get hit in the middle of the chest, and he's moving forward. He's sliding across and moving his arm forward, but it's Brunson. Brunson's not going to get called for that. So that was silly on Herter. And we needed his 3-point shooting in this game. Third quarter. He misses a whole half. He plays 7 minutes there, and then he comes on in the third quarter. Without Herter on the floor, we didn't really have a 3-point shooting threat. We go here. Like Jalen Smith and Bezalis, luckily they shot 2 for 3, both of them. I don't think we would have as close at the end of the second quarter as it was without these two shooting well. Also, if we look at the first quarter box score, Giddey was not shooting. He did have 3 points, 2 rebounds, and 4 assists, but he wasn't looking aggressive. He wasn't attacking the rim. So it was leaving. Nobody was helping, and it was hard for our shooters to get open. Okoro is very rarely going to have 7 points in a quarter, shooting 3 for 3 and making a 3. We need to establish a real shooting threat in our starting lineup. Vooch is good. Trey Jones can hit shots here and there, but we didn't really have that one threat that New York had to step off. 5-1, first loss. We were going to lose at least 3 of these away games. I'm not too worried that we're losing now. I still think we have a good chance to make the playoffs, at least the play-in from this start. And we've got so many young guys that they're just going to get better throughout the season. I know our start of the season's going to be, it seems to be strong now, but after the All-Star break, and some of these teams will make trades. I don't think Chicago will do much before the trade deadline. We don't really need to. Unless a team overbids for Vucevic because he plays well. Yeah, we've had a good start. I wouldn't be surprised if we go into the All-Star break in the top 5. And then I think we get better after the All-Star break. We've got Philly tomorrow. The Philly game reaction should be done a bit quicker. I'll see you tomorrow for Bulls vs Sixers. I'm Dunkmatic and I'm out.